Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Thanks for being here.
That pause gets longer and longer.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Oh, you didn't notice?
Mm-mm.
Paul Harvey takes a really deep breath, I guess, now.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to choke back some tears because he's so thankful that it's Friday.
Do you ever think of Paul Harvey in today's America, what he would say?
Oh, man.
I think of that a lot.
I think about it during the pause.
It's a lot of time to think about it. I can't imagine what he would say.
It would be sad because he had a way of laying out things that you didn't necessarily think about it in that way before, like the farmer thing.
Yeah.
You know, you never thought of farmers to be. I mean, that was really he was great. Yeah, he was great and different than anybody else on radio or television. Miss him. When was it that he died? It's been probably,
I believe it was
20 years.
I think it was February of 2009. The reason I know that, I think, is because
I think it was March 22nd. I don't remember.
So what you might want to do is allow me to finish the thought. I believe Barack Obama had just become president, and I was thinking, wow, you picked a good time to say goodbye there.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a world with, and now we think of Obama in that era and how terrible it was, and then we think, oh my gosh, actually those are
good times.
Today,
good times.
You don't get those times back.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
Good
what
times.
I realized today, driving into listening to the Red Eye Dingleberries on the local radio show, that it's been like 7 years since Trump came down the escalator.
Wow.
Oof. It's been a long 7 years.
7 years. That's hard to believe, isn't it?
It sure is.
Wow.
February 28th, 2009. See, it wasn't March. Jeffy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It was February 8th.
28th, 2009.
28th, 2009.
And you remember his wife, Angel, died within a month of each other. I mean, it was just one of those.
That often happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have been married for 50 and 60 years. All right, 888-900-3393. If you had a loved one die and the president showed up to, sort of comfort you, and
Well, that's what you want. You want the
comforter and
leader of the free world.
I mean, he gives an example of how great that would be if the president could show up and talk, about your family member, your loved one. Listen to these tender words from Joe Biden.
By the way, my sympathies to the family of your CFO who dropped dead very unexpectedly. Best of their family. Tough stuff.
Who dropped dead very unexpectedly.
Him.
The
guy.
My sympathies to some guys in the CEO of your company dropped dead. Very unexpectedly.
It's not even funny. It's just terrible.
Jeez.
By the way,
so
my
bad.
sympathies
to your
family of your.
Here we go.
Your CFO who dropped dead very unexpectedly.
Dropped dead.
Tough stuff.
By the way, he's the CEO, not the CFO. He got that wrong, too.
You could remember his name.
No,
Couldn't
right.
remember his name.
That's what he was fumbling around
Yeah.
for. What's this guy's name? I can't remember.
I can't remember his name.
That's
The
is it
CFO.
Bob? Is it Tim? Is it Frank? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, but he was your CFO.
And he
or
dropped.
whatever.
Well, how did he die again?
He dropped dead.
So bad.
I mean, that is. He's bad. He's bad with the teleprompter, and he's bad when he's trying to freeform it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's no in between.
Yes.
Ugh.
Because he's compromised mentally.
Oh,
so
man.
This stuff happens all the time. All the time. Are there times when he can keep it together? Yeah. Yeah, there are. There's some times.
I feel like it's becoming less and less those times.
It's still something happens every day. Virtually every day he screws up like this.
I mean,
and then what do they say? Well, he has a stuttering problem. That is not a stuttering problem. It resurfaced. He had a stuttering problem as a youth, and it resurfaced now that he's aged. Please don't make fun of him. Please.
How that he's aged. I don't think they put it that way.
It is not his stuttering that's the issue here, okay? And yes, he's old, and that's part of the problem. But go further on that. He is old, and they will say that because they're talking about 24 now.
Yeah.
Should he run in 2024? And the answer from everybody is no.
A resounding no.
Well, he's not only old, but because he's old, he is suffering from cognitive decline. Okay? Stop.
Okay, all right. I hear the rantings of a right-wing talk show host right now.
Okay.
Do you have something else from recent history that might lend credence to this?
That'd be tough, but yes.
Oh no. What?
Yes. He was in prime form, skillfully ignoring questions from reporters, and looked so smooth doing it. This guy's on his game. Watch this. At just 79 years old. Come on.
Elena Baturina, who did business with your son.
What? He's so lost.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I felt like the questions being hollered at him were not part of that conference, not part of that.
That was spliced in?
Display. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, okay, so even if that's true.
No, he was staring right at him.
Even if that's true, just looking at him there, I mean, he's gone, man. I mean, it's out of it there.
And that's the case a lot of times. And I don't know. I guess the media is so in the bag that they're willing to compromise the nation and our security just to have him in office, and just so that they won't admit it.
I mean, it looked like he was holding onto that desk for dear life.
It did.
Yeah.
He was going to blow away.
He wasn't
or something
ignoring the question.
Yeah.
He was just gone.
I think it was a little both.
Yes. He didn't know what. I don't think he knew what was being
No,
asked.
I don't think so either.
What?
Do we have a still shot just of him with his hands just
sitting
gripping the desk like it's gonna fly away? Boy, he is.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So bad. And I keep hearing people say, well, I kind of feel bad. No. No. He is doing this on purpose, and he is arrogant about all of this, as if, we're supposed to go along with his cognitive decline and not worry about it. Oh, I'm the president. You can't even talk about this. And that's Kareen's kind of point of view, it seems. You can't even bring it up because he's the president. Well, that's why we're bringing it up.
Well, I mean, The Democrat Party gambled. They saw, like we've said, an empty suit to shove through their agenda, which they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of cost will it come from? We already saw with the special election here in Texas, a deep blue district flip to a red seat. I mean, that's an immediate seat change right there. And is that a portend of the future for the November elections?
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, let's absolutely hope so. So, I don't know. Are they going to lose their party? Are they going to lose their control?
Yes.
Off of this little Marxist puppet?
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yes,
that's what happened with Obama, right? He had 2 years of complete and total power, and then the Tea Party happened. So we'll see.
Indeed, we will. A lot of people are predicting it's going to be far beyond what happened in during the Tea Party years. That this is going to be a much bigger turnaround. We'll see. Again, yeah, we'll see. I think, what was the prediction I just heard? I think 246 seats. Is that right? 246 to like 180 or something. Amazing. Like just a gigantic turnaround. Because we're down by what? 13 or 14 now? 12? Yeah. I don't know. Something like that. So that would be a massive wave that you can't dispute at that point. You can't say, well, that's just because that happened because people didn't understand the messaging very well.
Yeah, we're not explaining it.
Really?
Yeah, we're not explaining it right.
Yeah. We just didn't explain our really good policy positions. That's all. We didn't explain why he stutters so bad. We didn't get that message out very well. He's a stutterer. He has no problem with his mental capacity. Okay.
Don't go there, Jake. Don't go there, Jake.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We should keep that around. We should play that from time to time.
She's so indignant in there. I just want to. I want to do something that you're not supposed to do.
What's that? Argue with the first lady?
Hey.
That's what you're saying? That's what you're saying, right? Argue with the first lady?
Did I ever show you the scar on the back of my hand?
Okay.
No, you didn't.
That's right.
Okay. The U.S. Mint has released the new official coin
This is fun.
commemorating
This is cool.
the success of the Biden economy. This is great.
Like it.
There it is.
Look at that.
Zero cents. And you flip it around, and it's Joe Biden on the front. That's great.
That's awesome.
If they did mint that, I'd be the first in line to buy it because that's awesome.
With inflation, that's only worth about $100, right? You could get one of those for $100 now.
Yeah. Amazing. So what is inflation now? Is it still at 8.6? Is that what they calculate?
Sure.
8.6, but the actual number is 17%?
Sure.
Or worse? Man. Everything's fine.
Let's go, Brandon.
You know, you're all doing really well. You got more savings. You got less debt. You're making more money.
Yeah.
You're just rolling in dough. So I don't want to hear from you.
In
Shut
fact,
up.
So many
We're
people
changing people's lives.
Right. Right.
So many people
You
have
sure
extra
are.
cash on hand. They're able to go and buy these electric vehicles that the administration is pushing. Pete Buttigieg and
Did he buy one?
and Jennifer Granholm. Well, no, they're out there. Look at that. They're
Oh.
showing us what you should go out and buy.
The Ford Mach-E.
Yeah. Now, of course, Rob down the hall here, he's upset that they took out the word Mustang and refused to give the Mustang its due. I told him, he's made graphics and everything for it. Okay. So anyhow, yeah, so that's the answer. Go and buy an electric vehicle. I don't understand what you're complaining about because
Right.
they've been bragging about, hey, we got 500,000 EV charging stations across the country and in rural and urban settings.
Yeah.
Go get you one. You don't have to worry about gas.
Oh, the one we talked about yesterday with the solar panel built in?
Yeah.
That's only $246,000.
Right, but remember, you're
So
saving
quit
money.
your whining.
Stop your bitching about it. Just go buy that.
Right. 'cause
I
you're
don't want to hear.
saving
I
so
can't
much.
afford $6 a gallon for gas. Go
Right,
buy a new
the
electric car
$246,000 car.
and shut up.
You'll get great gas mileage for about 43 miles. And then you'll have to pull over to the side of the road because you'll be out of fuel. But don't worry about that.
What if I'm
And then
driving
the-
at night?
Well-
yeah, you might not go 43 miles. You might go 3 miles.
That's not good.
No, why?
It's not practical.
And then the gas-powered truck, the gasoline-powered truck with the generator on the back will come and charge you alongside the road.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, but the administration's been talking about energy. My gosh. We're not even going to need oil in about 5 years, y'all. Did you know that? We don't even need it, so why are we even worried about it?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. KJP was telling us yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that
see what she had
was
to
that
say.
coming out of her great big book of everything?
to do.
Real more here in the U.S. though.
Because we don't need to do that. What we need them to do is, with the oil that's out there, we need them to refine that oil so that prices, so that the capacity
So that-
could go up, and then prices would go down,
and-
inherently
oh.
go down.
And so I know the president once said that he was going to end fossil fuel. Is that now off the table?
No, we are going to continue to move forward with our clean energy proposal, our climate change
she's worse than
proposal.
She's worse than
We're moving
Jen.
forward, y'all.
Oh, she's by far worse than Jen Psaki.
Moving forward to our clean energy. Okay? Don't even worry about the gas stuff.
And yesterday we played CNN clips, including John Berman. There's also this from the...
Yeah. I wasn't even here yesterday, and yet I know that somewhere, and I don't remember where, someone called him a douche.
Really? What?
John
Berman?
Yeah.
A douche?
That's what I heard. Wow. I don't forget what show I heard.
Scientific term. Because that's what he is.
Because that seems inappropriate.
Well,
Really? I can't imagine he would have done that. But this is from that interview that we played some of this from the Energy Secretary. She had more
she's
terrific
awesome.
things to say that we didn't get to. Check this out.
5 years from now, 10 years from now, are you telling me you want them drilling for more oil? You want the refineries putting out more gasoline in 5 or 10 years?
What we're saying is today we need that supply increased. Of course, in 5 or 10 years, actually in the immediate, we are also pressing on the accelerator, if you will, to move toward clean energy so that we don't have to be under the thumb of petro-dictators like Putin or at the whim of the volatility of fossil fuels. Ultimately, America will be most secure when we can rely upon our own clean domestic production of energy.
But that's the
through
problem
solar,
for these companies.
through wind,
These
through-
companies are saying, you're asking me to do more now, invest more now.
No way.
When in fact, 5 or 10 years from now, we don't think that demand will be there, and the administration doesn't even necessarily want it to be there. Just one last question on Saudi Arabia. The president is going to Saudi Arabia, where we understand he will be meeting with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Is there any kind of promise beforehand that the Saudis will increase production?
No, there's no promise beforehand.
Because they've already told them to take
And let me
it.
just say, John, I mean, we really want to see us move to clean energy, but we also need to see this increase right now. And we are asking the oil and gas companies as well to diversify and make sure that that they become diversified energy companies
tell me how to run my
be able to produce other means of clean energy because they have huge, deep pockets. They have a big ability to invest in the future
And you're
as
gonna
well as
force
investing
them
right now so that we
to
don't
do what
see
you want them to
oil
do.
and gas causing the inflation numbers and people being
now they're
hurt
causing the
every day.
inflation numbers.
Jeez.
Okay. There is so much there.
I don't know why they won't cooperate when we're trying desperately to destroy them. Why won't they cooperate with us?
And remember that that oil industry
That's what it is.
executive who said they were shocked that you couldn't just snap your fingers and all of a sudden oil comes out of the ground. Yeah, it's a process. And by the time they would go through all of the hoops that they would have to go through for the
You're gonna
government
be shutting them down.
Want to shut them down. So why invest the money? They have deep pockets.
But see, these are what these Marxists have done. They have sought to destroy, and now they're like, oh, crap, we got to pull it back a little bit. We need some oil here to keep this thing going for a little bit. And if you're an oil company, you're like, well, screw you. Oh, my gosh, this is...
And I'm really tired of what's supposed to be the greatest country on the planet, the United States of America, blaming another country for our problems.
I know. But that's all.
Petro-dictators like Putin?
Petro-dictators. That's a new term.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I've not heard the term petro-dictators before.
Oh.
That's great.
We got a lot of new terms on today's show coming up.
Okay, good. Trying to sell your home is a real challenge. That's why you need a real estate agent who's going to come in and take charge of the situation. Because, for us, we didn't know necessarily what color to paint our house or whether or not we should redo the kitchen and the bathroom and all the things that you hear about. Well, you got to remodel these because that's what people look for. So a realtor can help you with that. They're with these buyers all the time, and they know what they're looking for. And they are great realtors who have track records of success. They are fans of the show, so you're going to have things in common when you're driving around with them. It's just a pleasant experience. Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is Glenn's company, and so he and his team have really vetted these agents across the country. And if they can't find somebody in a particular market that they're really happy with, then we just don't have somebody in that market. So they don't compromise. So whether you're buying a home or selling your home, either way, or maybe you're doing both and you're relocating somewhere, Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It is. It's right about now. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. There's an anti-hunger pill now, apparently on the horizon. Researchers from Stanford Medicine and Baylor University have identified a molecule that keeps people from getting hungry after working out.
Hey, it's called meth. I thought it was already on the. I thought it was already on the streets.
I think this one allows you to keep your teeth, which is a plus. I think over meth.
If you say so.
Yeah. In experiments, the compound dramatically reduced food intake and obesity in mice. It always works in mice, doesn't it?
It does always work.
I don't know if they've realized this. There's some differences between humans And mice.
Not much, though.
Yes, so,
Well,
but,
and have you seen a really obese mouse before where you should want to experiment this with? I don't even know that that's a problem to begin with.
Regular exercise has been proven to help weight loss, regulate appetite, and improve the metabolic profile, especially for people who are overweight and obese. If we can understand the mechanism by which exercise triggers those benefits, then we're closer to helping many people improve their health. It's an exercise pill. It mimics you doing exercise.
But it does.
Sign me up for
do I
this
still
right
have
now.
to exercise?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. The findings in the journal Nature shed fresh light on the links between exercise and hunger. Physical activity protects against obesity and a host of diseases. And it comes in a pill form. This is fantastic. I mean, can you imagine when they come up with a pill that either does the same thing as actual physical exercise or is just a weight loss thing? You take the pill, you lose weight. You keep eating and living the way you have been, but you lose weight just from the pill. I mean, when that happens, somebody's going to make some money. That's going to be the biggest pill of all time in world history. Because who's not up for that? I am. I'm all over that pill when it comes out. And they keep teasing us with it, too.
I know.
They keep saying, yeah, it's just around the corner. Oh, we're almost there.
Oh, we found another molecule, did you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we can just identify that molecule, then we'll be in. Well, I don't know how many times we've heard that. Many, though. Many over the years. But we might need that anti-hunger pill to be able to fly in the future because they're going to start stacking the seats on top of each other. This is bizarre.
Stadium seating.
Double-decker airplane seats?
Yeah, this is just a prototype, really. They're trying.
Look at that.
They're trying to design
no.
ways to cram more people on the airplane.
If you're in that third row, man, you got butt in your face.
Yeah.
A stranger's butt right in your grill. No.
I mean,
yeah.
What? Okay, what do you mean? What do you mean?
And it's not like it's not. It's,
who among us?
Well, first of all,
it's not uncomfortable enough as it is.
Right.
First of all, that is definitely not fat guy seating.
No, that's not.
You're not getting in and out of that with ease.
Look at that.
Oh no!
She's just jammed in there.
Now that'd be
unpleasant.
They've also had prototypes where they have kind of like bar stool seating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where they jam. You have a seat, and then right behind that you have a little flip down seat to sit on, so that you're just kind of sitting on a bar stool as you're flying to get that extra body in there. You know, and they're trying all these different prototypes that right there, that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. People
can't happen.
They won't do that.
I hope
There's
not.
no way.
There's so many things in the last 2 years that I thought people aren't going to do that people have done. I mean, people wear masks at swimming pools, man. People are gonna buy that ticket, especially if it's a lot cheaper than the regular ones.
What?
Yeah, I can't handle how uncomfortable Coach is now. I certainly couldn't take that.
No way.
I'd be claustrophobic with that thing right in my face.
Okay,
like that.
but what if they say, all right, you want to fly from Atlanta to Seattle, $20. $20, and that's your seat.
Well, that's not what they're going to do.
They'll never.
Yeah, but if they said $20, maybe you put up with it once.
It's $200 to sit in a regular chair. It's $20 to sit with someone's butt in your face.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe people would do it at that price, but not if you're paying $250 or $400 or $450. There's no way I'm doing that.
I may ask the people in the row in front of me, like before I commit to that seat, like what they had for dinner the night before I'm actually gonna sit there. Okay, all right. See, I was gonna let that one go,
bro.
Don't sniff them.
So
Friday, Corby.
This is one row above another with the top level reached by stairs.
No.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Because then you have the trade-off on those top seats.
Mm-hmm.
There's no space. You cannot stand up. I mean, you can't stand up completely now on a plane.
Yeah.
But now it's even more restricted. It's gonna be a tough sell, but people will buy it for the right price. Spirit Airlines probably already ordered.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Spirit.
I need 300 planes.
So good.
right now with those seating.
So the prototype at this year's Aircraft Interiors Expo in Hamburg, Germany, showcases a lack of overhead luggage in favor of this area.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even be able to store your luggage. Where do you put that?
And that's kind of where
they
we're
have
headed anyway.
Enough room for it under the seat?
No, you would check that.
Okay, yeah.
You would check it, and you don't, and there would be no, oversized luggage, right? Just the carry-on size.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, I don't think so. I mean, again, there's barely enough room in first class to breathe. But that's so cost prohibitive sometimes. It's like,
I know.
You pay $400 for the coach seat or $2,800 for the first class seat. It's like, oh, come on. It used to be like a couple $100 difference. And you go, okay, I'm going to do that. But when it's $2,000 difference, no.
And
I don't think I'm going to do that.
And the way they have their schedules now and the lack of extra flights, there's never an opportunity where there's, we don't have any, you know what, I've got an open seat up front. Well, I'll just upgrade you. I'll just upgrade you.
I haven't been on a flight with extra seats where you can stretch out and kind of sit wherever you want in years.
Long time.
A really long time.
I used to actually, get upgraded, or they upgrade you for a couple, maybe $50.
Yeah.
I got to say, you know what, I'll upgrade you at the counter. Oh, I've got an open seat. I'll upgrade you for an extra $50. You can sit up front. Oh, okay. All right, I'm in. Not anymore.
There are some tricks, like the exit row, where you pay $40 more for that or whatever. That's worth it.
But then they expect you to work.
I know. I got to open that door?
No,
I'm not opening it.
No, and by the way, thank you. If we're going down and I have an opportunity to get out, I'm not waiting for you. Okay.
But that's not what you say when the stewardess comes and asks you, are you willing to open the door? I am. I can do that. I'll wait for everybody. I'll be the last guy out of this plane.
I'll help her out. But when she walks away, that's not happening right.
You're on your own. I'm going right out of this aircraft.
That's not happening right. And you can put your own oxygen mask on, because I am putting mine on. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're bumped involuntarily, the airline has to pay you 200% of your one-way fare. 400%, I think, is round trip. But there's all these great tricks where you can really fleece them if they put you in that position, or if they're even just trying to bump people and you want to volunteer. I'm looking for the article that just says, make sure you say this, make sure you say that, and you end up walking away with
those are good things to know.
Flights. Yeah, can't find the exact one I'm looking for, but it's you can play them
if your schedule's flexible.
Yes,
right,
because that's rarely the case.
Correct.
You got to get back for work or whatever the case may be, but I can't just stay here an extra 2 days so that I can cash in on.
Nothing I want more than to sit in Charlotte for 2 days. At the airport.
What's wrong with Charlotte?
Nothing.
Charlotte's beautiful
this time of year.
It is.
Yeah,
they've got some great
I know.
shops.
I've spent time at the Charlotte airport. I understand.
Wait a minute. Tell us. I thought you were going to say something about the Phoenix airport. I know you've had a lot of fun there too.
Man, Phoenix. I got lucky. I didn't get thrown in jail in Phoenix. But I've stayed at Charlotte where we can't make the flight. Sorry, you're just staying here tonight. All right.
Cool. Did you get money for it?
What are we doing? I got a hotel room.
Okay.
Some food.
Yeah.
And I asked the police, when I was eating my dinner, 2 police officers were eating dinner at the same restaurant, and I asked them, what bar do you get called to a lot? And he goes, the one down the block. And I was like, all right, I'm going there.
Awesome.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. So experts are debunking the conspiracy theories on the cause of the mass cattle deaths in southwest Kansas. Yeah, it was just the weather. It's just the weather.
That's no way.
If it's just the weather.
As Biden put it, they all dropped dead at the exact same time.
Right.
Could we?
Yeah. They dropped
Maybe that's what he was talking about.
Are Kansas
Maybe.
cows?
That's what he was talking about.
The cows?
Yeah.
By the way, my sympathies
Yeah.
to your the family of your
your
CFO,
Okay.
who dropped dead very unexpectedly.
Dang, dude. In a field in Kansas.
I mean, that's heartfelt.
Yeah, it is heartfelt.
That's heartfelt.
And beautifully delivered.
I'm telling you, comforter in chief. Comforter in chief.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comforter in chief.
So tender, so loving.
So awesome.
Who dropped dead.
I'm so sorry about your
CFO. Your CFO. He wasn't the CFO, by the way. He doesn't know his name. He doesn't know his title. He doesn't know what killed him. He doesn't know how to actually phrase it to be a little more, I don't know, sympathetic.
So sorry he passed away today.
So I guess he kicked the bucket, huh?
I mean, that would have even been better.
Yeah,
I think it would have been.
Might have been.
I mean, he kicked it. I'm sorry. You know, the CFO, he kicked it. I'm sorry.
But hey, you know what? We got
lost
another
him.
Democrat vote now, so that works out.
Yeah.
We lost him.
So the cows, we figured it out.
Oh, yeah, the cows.
All died from the heat. I will say this. I read an article the other day about the heat killing cows, and apparently it's fairly common.
Yes, it is.
And so...
At 10,000 at a time. Totally common.
Correct. That's where my question comes in.
Uh-huh.
All right? I understand the process of how the cows end up dying
because
from heat.
They heat up during the day.
And they cool down at night. And if they don't cool down at night...
Then they start where they left off the day before, and they get even hotter and more uncomfortable, and then they start dropping dead.
And I get the process.
Yeah.
Right? But when you have thousands of cows, hooves to the sky.
10,000.
Then we're saying that all of those, all those cows at the same time, just, I'm too hot, hooves to the sky. No.
With the bloated internal organs and all that stuff. And can I just say, though, if it is the weather, let's just say it's the weather, right?
Okay.
It's been hotter in Texas. Are you basically saying that Texas cows are tougher than Kansas cows?
Oh, there's no question.
Is that what we're saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
You've seen their horns? Come on now.
Actually,
that's why they used to drive them down here.
Right.
Comedian Chrissy Mayer, who actually is my guest on atthemikeshow.com this week, I think she has the answer. She solved this when she pointed out that the cows actually all once worked for the Clintons. And that really explains...
so they had too much information.
That's right.
Wow, those are old cows.
Right.
Yes, they are.
That's why they're so fat. That's the other thing they're talking about. These were super fat cows ready for, slaughter, and that contributed to the weather situation.
And, I mean, let's be honest. Why weren't the barbecue vans pulling up?
I don't know.
Let's go.
Because you probably could, right? You could just eat them. They only died from heat.
Right.
So, let's eat. Let's eat.
I've got those bad boys right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm not buying the heat answer.
So what is
I don't believe anything anymore, man.
I didn't actually see what conspiracies were out there. What do people think?
Well, they were
aliens,
saying
or they were poisoned. What is it?
Actually, aliens would be. I would appreciate that answer more than it was done. Sabotage. But they were talking about how they were bloated, like their internal organs and stuff. Like it just wasn't right. And the hooves to the sky thing is absolutely. That's what I need to see. I need to see pictures of cows that have succumbed to heat legitimately 10, 20, 30 years ago. Hooves to the sky with those? I don't think so.
What if they were fed clover?
Right. I mean, we saw it happen on Yellowstone. I don't know if is that a spoiler for you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
kind of.
Sorry.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, what season is that? Is it early on?
No.
No? Okay.
2 or 3.
That didn't happen on Yellowstone. So if anybody's not, at the end of that series,
you're not caught
don't
up on
worry
Yellowstone
about it.
Get over it. It'll still worth the watch.
By the way, speaking of Yellowstone, when is the next season due?
Kicks
on that,
in, yes, I want to say
end of this season, end of this year?
Yeah.
Ish.
November-ish, I think.
Yeah.
It starts maybe
with some of these
October.
things you wait so long that you kind of lose the intense excitement you had for the show because it's been a year and a half or 2 years sometimes. It's like, okay, I don't even know if I want to get back into
No,
it.
I mean, the fans of all those shows now pretty much. I understand what you're saying, no question. It does happen, but less and less today because now they promote so much of it on social media when they start filming, and they post stuff of little clips of as they're filming, so it keeps the love
Strings you
alive.
along a little bit. Yeah.
But we do have an answer to the cows now. Do we have an answer
right.
for the 97 other suspected issues going on with our food processing around the nation? Do we have an answer
Yesterday, I heard 150. 150.
Oh, wow.
Food plants in the last 2 years. That's a 2-year duration.
Number. Okay.
So 150 in 2 years, and nobody's talking about this still? Nobody's talking about it at all.
I mean, I'm reading this list here of this 97, and that's in the last year and a half. So that makes sense.
Okay.
That yours would be 200.
Yep.
I mean, just turkeys, hundreds of thousands of turkeys,
Killed?
chickens. Yes.
Well, they had bird flu, right? We had to kill a bunch of chickens.
Actually, you know what?
And turkeys.
That is a few of these. But a lot of these are fires.
Yeah, they all had bird flu.
Chickens, as you know, in the fire, the 200,000.
Right.
I mean, it goes on and on and on. But I'm sure it's just another isolated incident.
Right. Well, there's 97 isolated incidents there.
So are there more? Okay,
Not connected at all.
So I think
was the heat on 50 of them? Oh, okay.
Where we're at right now, are there more pronouns to choose from, or are there more suspicious food processing plants?
Well, there's more genders. I know that.
more genders.
There's more genders than food processing
Right.
plants that have been destroyed.
Okay, because
so we do
that's
know
kind of
that.
neck and neck there.
It kind of. All right, we got some tweets here that I hadn't gotten to yet. Squatching Duck tweets, how many of these exercise pills do I have to take at one time to cure 30 years of sitting around watching TV? Jimmy Dimples, I miss the days when airline flight was good enough to promote as part of the vacation prize, not a game show.
Right.
Yeah, those days are gone. Proud Mr. Graybeard, luggage? You won't have luggage to stash on a plane. You'll own nothing and be happy. Hashtag Great Reset.
Great reset, baby.
Lung piles of Delaware. That's from
awesome.
lungs being blown out of people's bodies by a 9mm handgun.
Yeah, high caliber 9mm.
High caliber.
Right. It's awesome.
Just like the AR-15 with the high caliber 223. I have never paid so much attention to conspiracy theories that become facts in my whole life.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you got the cows, you got the food processing plants, you've got just animals that we eat on a regular basis that are just dying by the hundreds of thousands. There's just a lot of stuff going on that you can't just explain away. It's a weird time in America. Meanwhile, Miss Universe organization has called for inclusive language.
Of course they have.
When speaking about periods.
Oh, didn't you just say it was a weird time in America?
I did just say
This
that.
is Miss Universe. It's not just America, please.
No, Miss Universe called for people to use inclusive language. Inclusive language is important, especially when speaking about periods.
Hello?
Yeah, because nobody wants to be left out of that. Of
No,
periods.
they do not.
Everybody wants to, hey, why are you talking about my period? Why?
Yeah.
That's what I say when people don't use inclusive language.
I know.
Thinking menstrual health is only a niche topic for women. It excludes gender, transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people who have periods from the. You've excluded them from the conversation. Then
I
gosh
see.
Darn it.
See?
Well, thankfully, Miss Universe riding to the rescue.
Yes.
They noticed that it says Miss at the front of their pageant, right?
Oh, that's a good point. That seems exclusionary, doesn't it?
Sure do.
Ironically, the organization describes itself on its website as one that celebrates women. Again, exclusionary. The Miss Universe organization is a global inclusive organization that celebrates women of all cultures and backgrounds and empowers them to realize their goals through experiences that build self-confidence and create opportunities for success. You know what's going to happen here very soon is a transgender person is going to win the Miss Universe
Oh,
pageant.
got to, or
absolutely.
they're hateful.
Right?
They're hateful
Yeah,
if they
it has
don't.
to happen.
A man is going to win this competition.
I want a man that
Soon.
looks like the original Jake from State Farm to roll out there with a crown, maybe a pit-stained shirt,
Okay.
wearing khakis.
All right.
come out there, wipe his mouth. Yeah, I'm your winner.
Belch, maybe, as he starts his interview segment.
World peace for the children. Give me my crown.
We've had a lot of menstrual talk in the last few weeks.
Have we?
I mean, with the tampon shortage.
Does this bother you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just surprising that it seems to be in the last couple of weeks, really. Because we had the tampon shortage that still ongoing.
Still going on.
Yeah, still ongoing.
It is.
There was another, gosh darn it, there was another big story about...
Future Miss Universe.
I mean...
I had a mouthful
I'll
of
walk
coffee.
it. I'll walk it.
Will you?
I'll walk it.
Because I would love that. If it's going to happen, it might as well be you.
Where did you get that little baby kangaroo to put in your little pouch there, by the way?
My mom said, look, as a guy, you live with it.
Wait. Not where I was going.
But yes, there's been the tampon thing.
And then there's another story about having to, gosh darn it, they were celebrating menstrual, I can't remember what it was called.
Stuff.
Yeah,
why would you celebrate a menstrual cycle? Why would you do that?
Because there's different ways. They were talking about the free flow.
What?
Yeah, free flowing.
Okay.
It's just,
one thing that is not getting a lot of attention is it's just thread.
Oh, and how good the blood is. That's what it was. How good the blood is for you. I'm sorry, Keith, but I just remember that they were excited about how good the menstrual blood is for you.
Let me eat.
I'm just
really weird.
I'm just
very
scrolling right now through experience after experience of trans people who have gone through the surgery that regret it so much.
Is that a Twitter thing? Are they sounding off on Twitter now?
Yeah, and it's just so many of these threads of people. I'm crying because I miss my breasts. There's this one tweet thread where this guy says, nobody told me any of this stuff was going to happen. And he goes into great detail of the experience of 5 years in.
Actually had surgery, though,
Had the surgery.
Yeah,
removed anything.
Removed his man unit.
Yeah, can't feel anything.
Yeah. And
it's just all these people talking about the grief. I'm just scrolling through here.
No sensation below the waist.
Nobody warned me. I was a child. No one told me this was going to happen. Let's see here. I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Well, if that's true, I mean, that's
lawsuits.
Criminal.
Yeah. There need to be lawsuits against these doctors who encourage young children to have surgery or to go through the hormone blockers. Whatever they're doing that is extraordinary like this. No, sorry.
So every town has one of their, main children's hospitals, and Children's of Omaha yesterday tweeted out something where, hey, come and go to our booth here at I forgot some event that they're doing there, and there's a booth to have your child talk to someone about possibly, changing their sex.
And then we wonder why the numbers have increased with this new generation.
Yeah. Now, if you go to that booth and you ask them, is it okay if my kid rides around the neighborhood without a bike helmet on? Are you cool with that? Then,
no.
Oh my gosh, no.
They'll call CPS and have your child taken from you.
But what does the left try to bring up time and time again? We have to deal with the children committing suicide who feel that they're in the wrong body. And I agree, you should intervene, and you absolutely have to take care of these kids. But I want to see the stats of the kids that go through this surgery. I want to see those suicide rates on the other side, 5, 10, 20 years from now.
19 times higher. Suicide rates are 19 times higher.
Is that the true number?
Yeah.
Society. 19 times?
That's the one I just saw recently. All right, I got to tell you about preborn. There are so many things going on right now, and abortion is one of the big things. We've killed over 63 million American children since 1973 with Roe v. Wade. Now, despite the fact that the left is saying that abortion will be made illegal and can't happen anymore with this new ruling, that is just not the case. What happens is it goes back to the states, and there's going to be states who make it available to anybody who wants it at any time during the pregnancy. That's where preborn comes in, and they partnered with us at Blaze Media to try to rescue 50,000 babies from abortion in 2022. Preborn is the direct competition to Planned Parenthood, the abortion mill. And what they do is show ultrasounds to a woman considering abortion. And after the woman sees the ultrasound and hears the heartbeat, they're 80% more likely to choose life. Once that happens, then preborn goes into overdrive, and they provide maternity and baby clothes and diapers and car seats and all kinds of things that the mother's going to need, and they do that free of charge. So that's where your donation comes in. If you can donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, whatever you can afford. $28 buys one ultrasound. $140 buys 5. But if you can afford $1, that would be greatly appreciated. Pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Uh-oh.
Got a new definition for you.
Okay, what do you got?
Biromantic. What are some signs you could be bioromantic?
Jeffy?
If I just whoever I look at, if I'm hot for, then I'm bioromantic.
No, you don't
look
don't
over
be
here.
ridiculous.
Don't you look over here,
don't be
bro.
ridiculous.
Okay.
There is no set list of signs pointing to whether someone is or isn't bioromantic.
But
it comes down to understanding your romantic preferences and deciding whether or not the label resonates with you. Okay?
Again, once you're in it, you're in it.
That's profound.
Thank you.
That's really
I
good.
mean, it's a
wow,
true
that's
fact.
powerful. Number one, you see yourself having a long-term relationship with someone regardless of their gender.
Jeffy?
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like you, Jeffy. Number two, you have the desire to hug or cuddle people of varying genders without furthering physical contact to sexual or erotic touch.
Jeffy?
Okay.
So you're reading my mind.
That doesn't sound like you. Number three, you have a crush on someone whose gender isn't the same as what you're used to.
Jeffy?
Okay.
I mean, what you're used to.
Or number four, you
label.
have conflicting feelings toward another gender.
I do have conflicted feelings.
Do you?
Toward another gender.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
You may be bioromantic.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Yes! Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The World Cup happens in November. And guess what? The United States gets to host some of it.
It's
Isn't
awesome.
that great?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man. Finally.
It is. It's exciting.
Right? Right? Dallas. There's going to be some soccer action right here in Dallas.
Right there is.
You know why the U.S. soccer team doesn't like to play in Dallas?
No, Pat. Why doesn't the U.S. soccer team like to play in Dallas?
Because it's against Mexico anyway. Because it's a pro-Mexican crowd when they do. That's why. I mean, by a lot. Yeah. And it's like a home game for Mexico. So that's why they like to play in the interior of the country, like Columbus, Ohio, or Helena, Montana.
Right in the heart of the country.
Yeah, right in the heart.
Think of the heart of the country. Helena, Montana is what
and
you think
Helena,
of.
Montana in November would be a perfect place for a World Cup soccer game.
This would be fun.
Match, whatever, pitch. On the pitch, which is a stupid word for a field. Why do they call it that?
So this year's World Cup, right, is going to be in Qatar.
Correct.
Right? And yesterday they awarded it for 2026.
For
U.S., Canada, Mexico. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Very
so
exciting.
you could probably buy tickets if you're ready
very
to commit.
I think, and I don't know that they've announced. I know that there's some going to be played at AT&T in Ellington, but I think there's also they're going to break it up and play some in the greater DFW area too. I don't know that that's.
And some of our football stadiums, our high school football stadiums.
Yeah, and then I'm surprised they picked Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping that they would pick a couple
Kansas
in
City,
Florida
I know, is in there.
Yeah, Kansas City was in there because you got to have some in the middle of the country so we can have a pro-American crowd.
I know Atlanta and New York.
Well, it's the World Cup. It's still awesome.
Now DC got.
You're kidding me?
DC and
Baltimore.
No, I'm not
That's the word I was
awesome.
groping for too. Was awesome.
DC and Baltimore got skipped over.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
They're not happy about that.
I bet they're real sad. That's too bad. All right. Got some tweets here. B.S. Mariani tweets, could methane be the cause of all the cattle dying? Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Is that their...
That's sad.
Look at that.
That's sad.
Now, first of all,
a funeral march.
Right. They just dropped dead. They just dropped dead, as President Biden would say.
It's not the heat.
No way that's
the humidity.
Heat. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's the humidity.
Kansas humidity.
Now,
yeah.
No way did they get all these cows
that.
to the road.
They pushed them into groups here.
But what I'm saying is they're trying to say that the heat...
They didn't die in this formation.
Right. But I'm saying, how long did it take the ranchers to get the cows all neatly
I don't know.
like that?
Get them all rode up like that?
Because the heat didn't come until like right before the... I don't know. I don't know the timing on when these cows actually keeled over.
No, nobody does. They're not saying, really.
Well, I mean,
that they all drop dead at like 1:35 in the afternoon.
Because of the heat.
Because of the heat.
Because of the heat. They tell you not to mow your yard in the middle of the afternoon. They shouldn't have been out.
Right.
Stupid cows.
Right.
But now they say it's definitively...
No, that's not.
That's what happened to them.
There's
I don't
no way
believe the definitive line on anything anymore, and especially if there's a government press release on this, I'm absolutely going to be out on this explanation.
But if there's not if there's not a government release, you'll be okay with it.
I'm still not okay with it. Actually, it was that Ray Bean from Atlas Shrugged that did it.
Let me tell you about Scoremaster, because if you're about to finance something, especially a really big purchase, you need to boost your credit score. And Scoremaster users take about 3 weeks to average an increase of 61 points. And 61 points added to your credit score that quickly, it could save you tens of thousands of dollars on anything you finance. Scoremaster technology was developed by credit data scientists to boost your credit score higher and faster than you thought possible. It's really easy, takes about a minute to get started. You don't have to wait months for your best credit score. Like I said, the average is about 3 weeks. Try Scoremaster for free right now, and they'll show you how many plus points you can add to your credit score. Go to scoremaster.com/Pat, scoremaster.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Here at the old Mercury Studios.
Yeah.
Charlie Freak 41 tweets, yes, we lose cattle to heat annually. On particularly hot streaks, we could lose 100 or so head in a day. We have never lost anything close to 1,000 or 10,000.
10,000?
In such a short span. Really? Wow.
Huh. Now what do you think?
I don't know.
Charlie Freak.
I don't know.
Light Freak. King Light.
Spaz Out Loud tweets, those 10,000 cows in Kansas were recently boosted. Oh, that would explain.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Keith didn't say that.
I am too. Anthony Osh tweets, did anyone notice the color of the cattle that died? Whatever it was that killed them was a racist.
Definitely.
I guess I was reading that most cows in America are black. You know, the Black Angus cows, right? That's mostly what we have.
Okay.
Bad Engineer tweets, so do men now get an excuse to be irrational a-holes every 28 days? You know, because we all can have the periods, I guess.
All right.
Seems to be a joke
So we got an
that
excuse.
Women are a little bit irritable on certain days of the
No,
month.
I've not ever picked up on that.
You haven't picked up on that?
Nope.
Okay. I guess I was inferring too much from his tweet there. This morning, Ian Miles Chong retweeted a tweet that the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad, Pakistan,
It's
tweeted
beautiful
out.
this time of year, by the way.
Islamabad?
Any time of year,
yeah.
Jeffy.
Right, I'm sorry.
Mission Pakistan works to strengthen and support the LGBTQI plus community. We strive every day to ensure the human rights of the LGBTQI plus community are respected and protected from oppression. We continue to press for full equality.
Just push the bear.
Why are you doing that?
Why? And that's what Ian Chung was asking. Why are you doing that in a Muslim country where they're not going to take kindly to that?
And the government, our government, sure is pushing that LGBTQI plus now. I mean, that is the new standard.
Yeah, the I has been jammed in there for sure.
Right.
They want you to respect the intersex right now. Okay.
You know, maybe at this point the Pride League has too many teams. They too much expansion.
Yeah, we've taken out the A, right? It's the LGBTQIA+.
Oh, yeah, where is the A?
They took the A out.
Yeah, well, they took one of the Q's, the A,
LGBTQIA+.
And the 2 for two-spirit.
Right, LGBTQIA+.
They're ignoring all of those peoples.
I do like...
so I'm pissed about it.
Do we have random 1040s?
I think I don't know which one I'm more mad about.
Hold on. Random 1040s tweet, I think. This is the definition. Do we have that, Rob? There we go. There's what it stands for. LGBTQI+. Let's get Biden to quit immediately.
Plus Kamala.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
That's really good.
I like that.
I mean, there's a lot of hate in that.
What do you mean there's a lot of hate?
Brandon, I agree.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Yeah. So what was today? What was the day, though, in Pakistan that we need to be celebrating? I forgot. What was that again? It was the National
Women's Day or whatever.
International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia. I don't know what that is. Interphobia, no clue. And
Interphobia? What?
So that's our day.
And transphobia.
You know what else today is? It's National Eat Your Vegetables Day. There it is.
Oh, nice.
June 17th.
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Paul Harvey, is that you?
That's my Paul Harvey reference.
It's
there.
also Global Garbage Man Day?
Uh-huh.
What do you do with that? Become a garbage man today?
We're all garbage.
Celebrate your
today.
garbage man? My garbage man doesn't come on Fridays.
Yeah.
It comes on Tuesday and
well,
Thursdays.
then you're off the hook this year.
I'm off the hook.
See, I like my garbage man. I dislike my recycle man because that guy's a jerk who refuses I don't understand. They're tree limbs. I mean, you know what? You can take the paper, but you can't take the tree limbs. I mean, aren't they the same?
No, they're not. They're obviously not.
You make paper from tree limbs, Jeffy.
Does your garbage man take the tree limbs? Because mine does.
Yeah.
On the second garbage day of the week, they'll take anything you put out there.
Correct.
Like here's a stove. Correct. Here's a full range stove.
Yeah, they take anything. They take it all.
They'll take it.
They do a separate run for all the extra stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
What is that? Apple strudel day? I could get behind that. Cherry tart day. Well, that's competing. How could you have two desserts competing the same day?
Yeah, the cherries are blossoming, right?
Let's see here.
And National Mascot Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so that about covers it.
Okay.
I noticed that the Atlantic, which is a pretty progressive publication, they're saying that Joe Biden should definitely not run in 2024. Now, they claim he's fine now. Is he fit for office now? Yes. I'm sorry, have you seen Joe Biden? Have you heard Joe Biden?
They won't admit it. They'll throw out, no, we don't want him in 2024, but it has nothing to do with the way he's acting now.
What are you, Helen Keller? You're deaf, dumb, and blind. Because that's the only way you could make that claim that he's fit for office right now, is if you haven't seen him, heard him, or watched him speak, or spoken to him. But here's what the Atlantic does say in their opening line of this article. Let me put this bluntly. Joe Biden should not run for re-election in 2024. He is too old. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's part of the equation.
Yeah, it is.
So at least thank you for getting part of the equation. Yeah, he should not run, and he is too old, but it goes beyond that. It goes to his mental capacity and his fitness for office. He's just not fit for office. He's going to turn 80 on November 20th. 80. He'll be 82 if and when he would begin a second term. He would be 86, of course, then, at the end of that term. That's unacceptable. I'm sorry. No, honey. Please, no.
Well, I've done some really quick math here where
Okay.
if this is accurate, we're 514 days in.
Mm-hmm.
This next number is completely accurate. 948 days to go. So, hey, look, we're at least out of the 4 digits. We're down to just 3 digits. 948.
Now calculate something happy. How many days until football season begins?
Okay.
Until college football.
Well,
give me up to the Hall of Fame game.
Under 100, right?
Well, for
it's definitely
I have to go to
100.
HuskerMax.com, which has the next
Who
kickoff.
doesn't go to HuskerMax.com?
It has the kickoff clock, and since the Huskers are week 0 this year, we're 71 days from week 0 of college football.
71? That's not bad.
No, it's not.
That's a little over 2 months.
It's going to happen just like that.
It is. It is. And then how long till the Hall of Fame game?
That's on.
It's probably less than that.
Well, that's on August 6th. So you got the 31 days plus the 5 days, 36, and then you add the 30 for June.
So just 30 minutes away.
Right? So you're
if we put the 18
66,
minutes
and then you
together
minus
along
the
with 7 minutes
17.
together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
59 days. That's my final answer.
I like it.
59 days till the first NFL preseason game.
It's coming. It's coming up
Awesome.
here. We just have about 65 days of 100-plus degrees to go through in Texas before the football
And
season
the loss
begins.
of thousands more
Cows.
cattle.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time the temperature rises above 100 degrees at a cow ranch, 10,000 cows die. Boy, if that were the case, this would be happening all the freaking time. It would be a ritual of summer in the heartland.
You know, there are some other equations that go into it, like when did you feed them? What did you feed
What
them?
did you feed them?
I think the ranchers know when to feed
But see,
their
that doesn't have
cattle.
anything. No, correct. But if you get into it, what did you
Did
feed
you have
them?
water in the
now
area?
Now you're talking about something other than just the heat killing them.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not letting this go.
You're talking about some stupidity, and it could have happened. That could have happened. They didn't have a water source nearby. They said if you just sprinkle you water the ground, it gives them a chance to lay down in it, and cool off a little bit.
Right.
But these guys have probably been taking care of cattle
All their
for
lives.
generations.
Yeah.
It's not like one summer they go, oh, crap, I forgot how to do this.
I forgot what to do when it gets warm out here.
Yeah,
I got some cattle. I'm driving to the town.
But they're not driving to the town, man.
Well, they're driving
Lost
dead
them.
cattle.
They just dropped dead.
Had they driven to the town, they might have been okay.
Yeah.
But they
Driving
didn't.
to the dump.
They didn't. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's going to smell, man.
Let me tell you about Keeps. Keeps is something that is really your friend if you're going bald, because you don't have to just put up with that now. It used to be, you do the comb over, or you do a wig, any of those things. Not the way to go. Keeps can help you stop the hair loss. And depending on what you want to do with your hair, they can. These are the guys you turn to. Hair loss is tough. You see it in your pictures. You see it when you look in the mirror. People tell you about it. There's the balding jokes that you have to put up with. If you had enough with it, no matter what you're looking to do, prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or take care of the hair you have, Keeps Physicians will help you select the right products and develop a personalized hair-saving routine that works for you. It's really easy. You don't have to wait in waiting rooms or pharmacy visits. Keeps is delivered straight to your door at about half the cost. And if you have any questions during the course of using the product, your Keeps doctors are there for you to get in touch with them 24/7.
Yeah, and they'll work with you to customize what plan you want. You can make your own plan, basically. I mean, you don't want the pills, you just want the shampoo, or you want the spray and not the shampoo, and you do want the pills. I mean, they will figure it out. They tailor it for you.
That's great. Visit keeps.com/Pat for 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS, keeps.com/Pat, and 50% off your first order. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got some breaking news here.
Oh, no.
There's help on the way.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
With gas prices, help on the way.
Right. So the Biden administration they care about you. And so they've been brainstorming on ideas to help with the gas crunch, right? The gas prices.
Are we all going to get electric cars?
No, we're all going to get gas rebate cards. Except for, there's a chip shortage, so they can't manufacture enough cards to send out.
Oh.
So, but this is stupid. All this is printing money that got us into the inflation situation in the first place.
Yeah.
This does no good, you morons.
So bad. They're so stupid.
So bad.
They're so stupid.
Drill for oil.
Right.
Do they say how much the little rebate card would provide for Americans?
Do I have to use it at a gas station, or can I buy ground up
smokes,
dead cow milk?
Can I buy cigarettes with it? Can I get smokes?
It doesn't say how much
alcohol
it would be.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It doesn't say. Man, this is on one hand they're bumbling idiots, on the other they are evil in doing this. on purpose.
Indeed.
It just depends on what it is. I mean, it's like they have to correct. They have to overcorrect because they're so bad. They've destroyed us so much, and it's so far down the road that now they've risked re-election, and so they're trying to let's try to do something to no, you can't course correct now. And then when they try,
the rebate card would be a disaster, of course, economically. Anyway, now you're going to do that too? Really? Jeez. Although people would welcome it because who wouldn't want, I don't know, a rebate on what you've been paying for the last year? So send me $250 to make up for it. Okay. Or $500. I don't know what it would be, but...
What do you mean I can't buy a Powerball ticket?
Yeah, and I mean, and the masses, at least the Democrat left, would just be like, yeah, look at all this free money they're giving us. I did find an old article from March when they were first discussing this within the White House, and it at that time was going to be $100 per month per taxpayer, and then an additional $100 per dependent. So your family of four, you're going to get $400 a month.
A month?
Yeah.
A month.
Who knows how long
they were
this
going to
is
give you the card, and then
Nice.
you just put the money on the card, right? So they were going to send you a new card every month. You were just going to get the
I don't
rebate
see.
card.
There's no abuse coming to that system.
And they were just going to put the money on the card.
Oh, sure.
No, that's a
I do
foolproof
remember
system.
that.
That's foolproof.
Of course. Hello.
Oh, there you go. So this is what the new price of gas,
Yes.
regular unleaded.
Oh, this is why.
It'll cost you an arm. The plus unleaded costs you a leg.
Okay.
And the super unleaded, that'll cost you both.
So you put both in your
both
car.
an arm and a leg. Yeah. That.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I just
That's
put the
awesome.
arm in there.
Yeah, that's my new favorite.
And this is funny too. The Powerball thing. 2 tanks.
It's up
to.
It rolled over to 2 tanks of gas.
2 tanks of gas.
It's a Powerball, according to the Babylon Bee.
That's awesome.
Not 2 gallons.
No.
2 tanks of gas. Right. I don't believe it. I don't think they could do that.
No, that's crazy.
I don't think that billboard
That jackpot
was
just gets
accurate.
higher and higher.
It's been what? $1 billion before? Has it been up to $1 billion? 900 million, something like that? Yeah.
You can't win if you don't play.
Thank you.
Can't fill up if you don't play.
You can't fill up if you don't go to the gas station. That's true.
Right.
That much is true. So, all right. Earlier this morning, we played Brain Dead Joe. Yesterday, Brain Dead Nancy informed us that she's still fighting the Iraq War.
Oh, wow.
Here she is.
Constraints that COVID has played. Look, we have the war in Iraq. We have COVID, which has...
Do we, though?
Really...
Stuff.
I thought we ended the war in Iraq and the one in Afghanistan.
I'd be interested to see. Actually, sadly, I'd like to see some more of that press conference from her because she's already bumbling.
We got more because
good.
she's not going to condemn the attacks on pro-life groups.
Madam Speaker, actually, as far as the abortion case is concerned, there has been a number of attacks on churches, on crisis pregnancy centers. Republicans are going after Democrats for not saying anything, and they're saying that your rhetoric is contributing to these attacks.
You are contributing to it.
Well, let me just say this. A woman has a right to choose, to live up to her responsibility.
We got
live
it.
Up to her doctor, her family, her
That wasn't
husband,
the question.
her
Psycho.
significant other, and her God. This talk of politicizing all of this, I think, is something uniquely American and not right. Other countries, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, have had initiatives.
Will you condemn the
to
attacks?
expand a woman's right to choose.
On-
Very Catholic countries.
Wow.
I'm a very Catholic person.
Yeah, bull crap you are.
Are you? Woman's right to make her own decisions.
What about pregnant men?
And
very
questions
Catholic
on another
person.
subject because I'm not going to be talking about that anymore.
Okay, I can't take it anymore.
I know.
Who
I
picks-
apologize
she-
for walking more.
So Catholic, she picks and chooses what she wants to abide by. As far as Catholic doctrine is concerned. Yeah, I like that. Nah, I don't like that. I'll have some of that, but no, I don't want that. But she's very Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay. And she won't even condemn the attacks if this was against a Planned Parenthood clinic.
Oh, my gosh.
And a Republican would have answered it like that. Can you imagine the outrage?
Yeah, what was it? Jane's Revenge, that far-left pro-abortion group.
God!
They're saying that your 30 days is up, and next time we attack, it's not going to be easy to clean up like fire and graffiti.
Unreal.
So, I mean, here we go.
It's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on them.
Yeah,
it's on them.
They refuse to condemn. This is
partly
their
on them.
base that they refuse to condemn.
Yep.
And someone's going to get killed.
Wow. 888-900-3393. More coming up. I'm just still seething over that Nancy Pelosi video.
Really?
God.
Why do you hate Catholics?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Man.
What's the deal?
Oh, she's very.
That's what I mean.
Very Catholic. My poor dad, who was very Catholic for a long time.
Oh, man.
Took us years to convert him. 30
Did you finally win him over?
We finally won him over. But my poor dad went to Mass and could not participate in communion. Why? Because he married a divorced woman. He wasn't divorced himself, but he married my mom, who had been divorced. He was denied communion for decades. And this woman, who openly spits in the face of Catholicism.
Openly.
Every single day, she can get communion in Washington, D.C. Her own bishop has at least announced that she can't receive it in his diocese. But she can get it back east, where they got the liberal bishops and priests, and she can go ahead and receive communion there.
Right, because they follow what the Pope says. The Pope said that it's up to the individual.
Pisses me off.
Pat, this won't help you there, but on the topic of abortion, if this Supreme Court case does come down the way it's anticipated, the Biden administration currently weighing their options. There might be a Biden executive order that would still allow it to be status quo as far as abortion in America, completely rejecting whatever the Supreme Court says.
It's unconstitutional, but I guess he doesn't care.
It won't matter.
It won't matter. Supreme Court might even rule that unconstitutional, and they'll still do it.
We're not.
We're in lawlessness now.
We are not a country anymore.
We're in chaos and anarchy, and they're just ignoring the U.S. Constitution.
They're shoveling coal on that fire, man. Just keep it going. Let's figure out new ways to keep it burning.
Man, wow. Got this tweet from Laura, who tweets, I've had conflicting feelings lately for a hedgehog in my garden. Does that count as biromantic?
Oh. Yes. Yes.
Yes, does it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. And by the way, it is biromantic, not bio-romantic. Okay. I guess I was learning as we're going here, because this is my first experience with biromantic.
It's your first experience.
So I apologize that I called it bioromantic earlier.
Okay, bioromantic is if you're a tree hugger.
Okay.
Those are the guys you see out there in the forest hugging trees.
Good.
But if she's in love with a hedgehog, just be
well,
careful.
she's got conflicting feelings.
Okay, just feelings.
So it's biromantic.
Just be careful.
Okay.
You got them pokey quills, right?
You got to hold it just right.
Hippie Patriot tweets, I really want to know who the 30 to 40% of voters who approve of Joe Biden are. Do y'all live with a soundproof sack over your heads?
Mm-hmm. Yes. It sure feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah, they must. Spaz Out Loud tweets, the Biden administration is going to pass out $600 gas stimulus cards, good for one fill up at the pump. And you can round up for Zelensky. That's great.
That's awesome. I had about enough of that, too.
Yeah, we all have. I think we all have. Mm-hmm. Another $1.2 billion this week. So every week, it's like we had that big that big bill,
drop
that gave him $40 billion.
Yeah.
And then ever since, it's like, okay, give him another $700 million. All right, give him another $1.2 billion. I mean, every week it's just more.
Honestly, you know what it feels like? It feels like somebody figures out the scheme and figures out what's going on, which I still contend that one day it'll all come out. And then when somebody finds out this information, they're like, okay, let's send some more money. And that's so-and-so's cut that just figured it out because that keeps them from leaking it. I'm telling you, man, this thing is going to pop one day, and you're going to see this is going to be the biggest money laundering scheme in history, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, they did the Biden already admitted that he had. Well, I'm going to show you what he had.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had the biggest.
We have put together.
They put together.
I think the most
extensive and inclusive
voter fraud
organization
in the history of American politics.
There you go. There you go. So, I think he's right. I think he's right.
Sure feels like it.
Yeah. Well, he
does
did.
feel like it's right.
81 million votes? No, he did not receive 81 million votes. That was from putting together.
Are we on the air?
The biggest and most inclusive voter fraud organization in history.
Yeah. Have we, when we're doing these polls for the November election, have we been polling drop boxes? Have we checked to see how they're going to vote?
No, we haven't. Yeah. So fortunately, they cut down on those in Georgia, at least, right? They went from, was it 80 some to 27? So hopefully there'll be a little bit less. But did you see that Herschel Walker and Warlock are neck and neck right now? They're tied.
Yeah.
They're tied at 46%.
Are they?
Supposedly.
And that Warnock keeps talking about how his brother is, a victim of a bad judicial system or whatever. His brother was a bad cop. His brother was not a good guy, but he's playing this little sob story like, there's no justice in America. Shut up.
It's agonizing. The whole thing's agonizing. So hopefully that will be put right. Hopefully Herschel Walker will win that race.
Yeah, because if you watch the Dinesh D'Souza movie, 2,000 Mules, you not only see what happened in November, but then again in December in the state of Georgia.
Might have been even worse during the Senate races.
So, and don't forget, it's a 50-50 split. Those two seats that the Democrats got from the two Senate elections is what gave the power of the Senate to the Democrats, as well as the presidency.
And also, don't forget your boy, you know him, you love him, Bill Barr, was saying that I didn't see anything. There was no fraud in that.
He was talking about the presidential election, though.
He scoffed at the 2,000 Mules, too. I mean, the whole thing.
Was he asked about 2,000 Mules?
Yeah, he commented about it.
Did he really?
Yeah. He thought
he saw 2,000. Did he see it?
To it? I don't know. I don't remember.
That's what I'd like to know.
I don't know what the quote was.
I'd love to know if Bill
Barr
scoffed
at it, but
saw it.
You think about that for a second. Why would he scoff at all of that? Because he would be the one that was supposed to take care of it, right? If it actually happened, it was under his watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you, Jeffy? I'm curious on your take on this. Did you see how at the last minute, they pulled the plug on the January 6th committee? I think it was for Wednesday's hearing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
And I was thinking, what is that all about? And they
they said it was
just too much.
It was too much.
We got. This is a production. They literally use the word production.
Our video production crew is just overworked, and we got to give them an extra day.
And I think what it was a letter they received the day before from the Capitol Police chief, who wrote this letter saying that Barry Loudermilk, who is the Georgia representative, who supposedly
been taking a beating.
Yeah, he supposedly took these insurrection people on a tour of the Capitol. Look, you could go this way, you could go this way. This is how you get to the speaker's office, blah, blah, blah. But the police chief sent out a letter to the committee saying, Barry Loudermilk wasn't even on the tour with those people. I mean, there's the letter he wrote right there. And I think they got that letter and went, oh my gosh, that was our centerpiece today. And they're like, we're going to cancel. We'll call it a day, y'all. So there is, Catherine Herridge.
That certainly makes sense.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
It certainly makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's nothing
because that was the talk up, was the Loudermilk stuff, right? I mean, I don't know, very well could have been the centerpiece of that day's presentation of production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean that is the direct quote from this letter. There is no evidence that Representative Loudermilk entered the U.S. Capitol with the group on January 5th, 2021.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. That is. On top of which, nobody cares.
I know, man.
Yeah, really. That's true.
This is nothing burger.
Sadly, you know what else nobody cares about? Do you remember this story of Ashley Biden's diary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found her diary underneath the tree.
Nobody knows what that song is. I wish there was a song.
There's going to be a song. There is going to be a diary song about Ashley's diary. I just feel it in my bones. There's going to be one. But she said that her dad took inappropriate showers with her when she was a young girl.
She went. There was
a young girl.
And she talked about the drug abuse and the sexual abuse, all of it. Yeah,
got no traction whatsoever. So creepy and so weird. And I had the impression, because now, this Florida woman who found the diary is being investigated by the FBI.
Huh. Isn't that funny that this government is investigating someone over a diary?
Right? It's ridiculous. Now, they say they're not investigating that she stole it, which she didn't.
What are you doing?
But for selling it. She sold it to...
Who sold it? All I want.
Oh, she sold it to
Project Veritas.
Project Veritas for $40,000.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
She moved in. It was among the belongings. It's mine. Right, Jeffy?
Amen.
Okay.
Amen to that.
What court's going to say no to that?
So in this diary, Ashley writes about the showers that her dad took with her, which, how can we not talk about that?
Right. I mean, whether you believe it or not, it's still something that we should talk about since it's in the book.
And the President of the United States.
Is she going to lie in her diary
about that? It's possible. Or she may have misremember things. And,
she writes about the fact that she was having sex with her friends at the same time, by the way. And it was kind of prompted.
Good guy.
And it was kind of prompted by the showers with Dad. Yeah. I mean, it's creepy, weird, despicable stuff. It goes way beyond inappropriate. I don't know how old she was, but if she was sexually active at the time, 12, maybe at the youngest, 14.
I will say it's a big surprise
that
the Biden kids are just sound adults. Like Hunter.
Right.
As sound adults.
Yes. They're all well-adjusted.
Absolutely bad.
Upstanding citizens in this country. I mean, Ashley's messed up.
I know.
Hunter's messed up. It's just a screwed up family. And we're not looking into this at all.
No, we can't.
Come on.
We don't want to talk about it.
I mean, she had to be 14 years old when this was happening, when she was showering with her dad. Hello? That's sick. Okay, that is sick.
Joe Biden is a degenerate.
That is way beyond inappropriate. Come on now. If you're 5, would you be showering with your daughter? No.
Maybe.
If she's 3, I wouldn't be showering with. Maybe if you have an infant, I don't know. When is it appropriate? I don't think it is.
I know the number's not 14.
No, it's not. Or 12 or 10. I mean.
What?
I'm not nothing. I'm agreeing.
I think you start speaking complete sentences. I think you're too old for
yes,
that kind of stuff.
It's crazy. But I'm sure this will all be ignored, and this too will be swept under the rug.
Well, yeah, he sent the Gestapo after her, right? And they sent the Gestapo after Project Veritas.
Oh, they're still.
They sent the Gestapo after this lady. I mean, they're shutting it down.
Yeah. Ashley's 41 now, by the way. Been in rehab multiple times, just like Hunter.
Really bad.
And the Hunter Hallie stuff is just creepy and weird as well. And nobody's talking about it.
I mean,
we don't dive into it. Let's not look into the Biden family. It's just the president and his first family. That's all. Don't worry about it. Nothing's wrong here. Nothing to see here.
Now,
do you remember the stuff we had with Jimmy Carter's brother Billy? Good God. What? Because he drank beer? Come on. That's the only thing I remember is that he drank beer.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. So Billy has been drunk a few times?
And Jimmy sinned
family.
Jimmy sinned because he thought about other women, right?
That's right.
All right.
Oh, he had only thought about it.
He committed adultery in his heart.
Jimmy talked too much. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, but I'm just saying that was bad. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't shower with his daughter. Tell you that.
Well, that we know of.
Yeah.
I hate this analogy, but it's so perfect. The Trump family, my gosh. Right? If they are living under a microscope even today.
There's that picture of Donald Trump and Ivanka. And they made such a big deal out of it. They're in a limo or something.
Every day.
And I think she's sitting on his lap. And they hammered that home.
Yes.
How inappropriate and weird that was.
It's still out
there. Yeah, it most definitely is.
But you got a man showering with maybe a teenage daughter and nothing.
And the claims
we don't find that strange at all.
In the diary, with her friends.
Yes.
Right? I mean, hello.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm sure that he wasn't doing anything when he was stopping by to make sure Hunter was okay.
No, I'm sure.
All of this is bad enough. But Tara Reid never even gets a mention.
Oh, my gosh. The Tara Reid thing is
Who's that?
So far gone.
It was a member of his staff who he reportedly
shoved up against
sexually
the wall
assaulted in the halls of the Capitol.
That's what she claimed, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
He actually violated her. I mean, badly.
And she told people the next day.
That's what she
told
claimed.
people right then.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
He allegedly violated her. But nobody cared about that. They didn't care then. They don't care now.
No, they don't. Not us.
Power in the D. It's invincible.
Cares.
Wow.
Nobody cares. I mean, Hunter, he's got a grandkid from Hunter that isn't even recognized. He talks about how much he loves his family first and family, and I call my grandkids every night. Do you?
Do you? You call Miss Arkansas down there?
No.
I don't think so.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
All right, let me tell you about Rough Greens. If you're a dog owner, you know you love your dog, and your dog's part of the family, and you just want the best for your dog. So your dog's not getting the best from that dry kibble dog food because all of the nutrients have been baked out of that. And in the sterilization process, everything's killed. So Rough Greens puts all of the vitamins and minerals and probiotics and antioxidants back into your dog's food. Basically everything your dog needs. Most dogs absolutely love this stuff. They go crazy for it. But just to be sure, Rough Greens wants you to be sure that your dog is going to love it as well. So they're going to send you a small bag to try out and make sure your dog loves it. All you have to pay is shipping on that. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF Greens, roughgreens.com, or 833-783-3364.
Pat Gray.
Speaking of that diary. No, nothing.
Nothing? You don't have anything?
No more jokes.
Okay.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not funny.
It just isn't.
The gross family that's running the country.
Sick. Mm-hmm. But don't even look that way. Okay? Don't even look in their direction.
That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Really.
Nobody even looks into it.
Everything else is horrific if the allegations are all true and not misremembered. And we know many of the things that are talked about are true. We just do. We've seen it in action. But we can't talk. It's just like it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not there.
Like nobody.
What are you talking about?
Was curious about this to ask, hey, your daughter writes in her diary that
Yeah.
you took showers with her. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the rage that would come back at you?
That'd be awesome.
Don't go there, Jake.
It'd be worse than that.
Awesome.
It'd be worse than that. Oh, man. He'd be out of his mind
It would be
pissed.
so good.
Jeez.
You have no idea how I want that to happen.
It's not going to, but yes, I'd like to see
Mr.
it.
President.
Be nice to see him challenged once in a while. Dinosaurs had belly buttons.
Yeah.
According to new research.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which means they had umbilical cords?
Yeah, they just found some I forget where they found it now with it was still a pretty well formed fossil where it shows that they had the belly button.
That's pretty weird.
You've got a belly button, right, Jeffy?
I do. It's a large one.
Being
What the bet?
Being a dinosaur,
It's like a Grand Canyon belly button sort of thing.
I was going
Why would it be?
for the record, I was going for an age joke, like you're a dinosaur. I wasn't going for a fat joke. I just on the level
will cover all your bases.
Yeah, on the level.
You don't want to fall into that thing. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you don't want to fall into it.
No, I wouldn't.
Be careful.
Think you'd want to.
If you're walking on Jeffy's belly, be very, very careful.
Reminds me of out of range.
But the oldest belly button ever found in reptiles and mammals was revealed last week in a 125 million year old dinosaur fossil found in China 20 years ago. How are we just hearing about this now?
Oh,
you found it 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Your catalog system sucks.
You found it 20 years ago, and we're hearing about it now?
Well, I mean, it's better than what they did. They sat on or they just deleted their information. They said that the Chinese said, "Oh yeah, we had contact with
aliens,
but we deleted that information." Shut up.
Did you?
Shut up.
So weird.
They just found another new dinosaur too, another new dinosaur, a different breed, like a bulldog-faced dinosaur.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah, they just found it.
Do we have a picture of it?
They have a drawing. Obviously it's a recreation because they found the fossils of it. But darn it, where did they find it? It's one of the.
How big was it?
One of the stands. It was one of the big ones. Yeah, it was one of the stands.
But how big was the dinosaur? Do you remember? You said it's a bulldog face on a...
Bulldog face, under T-Rex.
Okay.
Bigger than the other ones.
Okay. Not as big as T-Rex. But bigger than the other
Bigger
than
ones.
a velociraptor,
bigger
maybe?
than the velociraptor.
All right.
The other ones.
Science Talk brought to you by Jeffy.
Actually, that would be hilarious. I need to do that.
Yeah, just for you reading stories. He's like, whatever. It's smaller than a T-Rex and bigger than the other ones. All right, the next story we got for you.
This has been Science Talk.
All right.
You should do that.
Take it and run.
You should do that. The Chinese also supposedly found evidence of water on the moon.
Did they?
Did you see that?
On the moon?
Yeah, on the moon. Mm-hmm. They're on the dark side with that.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever probe they put.
Right.
Yeah, and they got some samples that apparently are water-like. So
excellent. I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too. That's cool.
Let's, put it in a truck and ship it back.
Yeah, bring it back. This is moon water. Is it fresher? Is it cleaner?
Whatever.
I guess there's no microbes in that, right?
That's going to be on shelves in a year.
Uh-huh. Moon water.
No, you got to use the word lunar.
Lunar.
Whatever.
Lunar Springs, Pat.
I'm telling you, that would be huge.
We're just spitting out the ideas today.
There can't be any living organisms in it.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So it's safer than Earth water.
Okay.
Let's have it.
Lunar Springs.
Weightlessness.
Right. Now we're getting into lunar lube, but that's something else.
Got 2 minutes.
I'm telling you, that William Shatner thing is the gift that keeps on giving.
So much. And he was back in the news the other day whining about climate change. And
I'm so tired of this stuff.
Went up into space.
I can't take it.
It brought, looking down on the planet, brought back.
He saw how fragile it is.
Yeah.
You did? What was? Wait,
what? Wait a minute. How did you see it from up there? You were further away than when you're down here.
Right.
How did you get more information?
How did you see how fragile it is?
Plus,
that's really weird.
He's up there floating around, taking care of a little Blue Origin business up there.
It sure sounds like it. It is agonizing. It absolutely is.
Wow.
All right.
So
let me give you one piece of really cool information here.
Cool.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, I love him.
Went to a restaurant the other day, and it was Sunday night. Goes to a restaurant, eats his meal, and then on the way out says, "Hey, don't tell anybody I did this until I'm gone, but I'm paying for everybody's meal here. 40 tables, $25,000 worth.
I love it.
Paid for everybody's tab and left.
That's awesome.
Didn't make any big deal out of it. Paid for everybody's meal
And
and
he
left.
gave
It's really cool.
what was reported as the biggest tip that the staff had ever received.
Oh, that's right.
I love this. I mean, this is
really
what
cool.
you would want to do if you became independently wealthy.
Contrast all of that with the douchebag LeBron James.
Right.
And it's a big difference. All right. Have a great weekend. See you back here Monday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.